Let me see you play yourself before we worry about somebody else. So that answers that question for me. That accent, I'd say you need to do a lot more work on it before it's perfected. Okay?
Okay, don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
Okay.
Okay? Do it without the accent.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I know you're gonna go. I just know it. I've been thinking a lot about what you said, and I believe that you love me too. And I understand that she gives you something else. Something you need, I guess is what you said. I want to apologize for yesterday.
Now, who are you looking at?
I'm visualizing somebody.
Okay.
Do you want me to look at you?
Yes.
Okay.
Just do it to me first.
Okay.
Now, if you want to rehearse a monologue, if you're going to be doing to the invisible man, okay, first do it with somebody, then without them, then with them, without them, then with them, without them, because otherwise it looks like they're a midget over there. You follow what I'm saying? Because I need you to visualize their reactions. And rather than just, at this point, just do it to me.
Okay.
All right?
I know you're gonna go. I just know it. I've been thinking a lot about what you said, and I believe that you love me too. And I understand that she gives you something else, something you need, I guess is what you said. I want to apologize for yesterday. I was so confused, you know? I didn't know what to do with myself. I mean, 2 years, what's a person to do? Do I have a nervous breakdown? Do I start a new career? Do I go and have an affair with O.J. Simpson? I mean, what do I do? I felt so ugly, Frank. And I don't mean just looks. I mean ugly. Then you held me, and you touched the back of my neck, and you kissed me, and you said the things you said, and I guess I felt a lot better. So, I did our laundry like I always do on Sundays. And in the middle of folding our bedspread, I noticed your jockstrap, drowning in the wash cycle. It was twisting and turning, being mangled and manipulated into all sorts of painful positions. It looked as if it were crying out for help, poor little thing. Then the funniest thing, I imagined you were still in it. The jockstrap, I mean. I got hysterical. I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, people started staring at me. A woman came up to me and told me I should be careful not to inhale too much of the fabric softener. Then suddenly I heard your voice. So I ran to the lid, to the machine, and I lifted that lid, and I looked in there, and I could hear you choking on the Clorox 2 and the lemon fab. But I couldn't make out what you were saying, so I said, "Frank, what is it? What are you saying?" And the manager of the laundromat yelled back, "I'm gonna call the police if you don't stop screaming at your wash, lady." It made me think, Frank. It made me think that maybe I'm not handling this all too well. I can't drop 2 years of being lovers and go back to being friends. We were never friends, Frank. We slept on the first date, remember? And I know you wanted to leave on good terms, like telling me you still love me and all, but I think it would be easier for me if we broke up as enemies. I'd rather hate you openly than be so adult about it. Don't you think? I mean, why be adult about it? So we can meet for lunch and laugh about all this? So you can tell me about your lovers and I can tell you about mine? So we can sleep together for old time's sake? I don't want to be your friend, Frank. I love you. But I never said I liked you, and if being adult means throwing me away for that slut rag you met on the train platform, then the most adult thing I could do for you would be to rip your fucking head off. Oh yes, that feels much better. See?
Okay, good. It's a good piece for you. Now, when you're doing the piece, it seems like you're more aware of the words than you are of me.
I was this time, yeah, I was. You know,
okay.
I mean, I've been better at
So your attention is on the words more than they're on me. I'm aware of you thinking of the words, which means you have to know the words so well that you can't think of them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because otherwise it becomes a recitation of a girl who's memorized a monologue.
I know.
and is showing me how well she knows her lines.
My goal is to feel connected with everything I do.
Well, if you want to feel connected, get your attention off of yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, now, let's do the piece from the top in your own words. Meaning not line by line, not a paraphrase, but say what you want to say to this guy. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know this is it. I know it's over. I know we've been through a lot, and I can't get you to want to work things out with me. So, you know, I'm better than that. I'm better than that, Frank. You know, you think I'm not giving you what you need. Well, thanks for telling me, you know, and opening up and being communicative, because really, maybe what you need cannot be given to you by somebody. Maybe it's that you're just unhappy inside and you're searching for something. In the meantime, you're wrecking all these other hearts. And you know what? Sat up spinning all night in bed. Been thinking a lot about what you said. And I believe that you love me too. I guess by what you've told me, she's giving you something that I haven't been giving you, and all I am is resentful that you didn't share that with me, that you didn't share your needs with me, that you didn't share that maybe we could work it out before you go ahead. And it's just obvious that it's an impulse, that you saw this girl and she did something to you, and you're listening to your hormones more. And I understand that she gives you something that you need, I guess is what you said. I know I freaked out yesterday when you first told me the news. I had a fit and broke all the dishes and screamed and yelled and fell on the floor crying. So I want to apologize for yesterday. I was so confused, you know. I didn't know what to do with myself. I've invested all this time in you. Not that you're an investment, but I just felt that I was your true love and you were mine, and that you'd accept me for who I am, because that's all I did was accept you for who you were. I wanted to share with you and grow together as individuals, and then we could respect each other as a couple. I mean, I didn't know that you would be so selfish. I mean, 2 years. What does a person do? Do I have a nervous breakdown? Do I start a new career? Do I go and have an affair with O.J. Simpson? I mean, what am I going to do now? Do I go start dating all kinds of different men and putting myself in potential danger? Getting raped and meeting new people? And or what am I going to do when I feel horny? I'm not going to go out and sleep with somebody. I can't do that. And I mean, I need you. It's not that I need just sex. I need you because you're like my soulmate, and I have a connection with you when I look into your eyes and the way you hold me. And being in bed at night is the most precious time that I spend with you. And now you're leaving. I mean, I'm going to have to sleep alone, and it's going to be just very hard and devastating and horrible. Just horrible. And I felt so ugly, Frank. And I don't mean just looks, I mean ugly. Inside, I felt just like you didn't want me anymore, like I'm just a piece of trash you can throw away. Like I wasn't worthwhile. You could fight for me and hold on to me and do anything for me. I thought you would be that way. But then, yeah, I did get vulnerable when you held me and touched me and kissed the back of my neck and said the things that you said. I felt a lot better. So, I just don't understand that you don't appreciate that I do some of the things I do for you. I mean, I do our laundry. You don't even do any of that. I'm the one that cleans your clothes. I'm the one that keeps you and your... It's like I really watch out for you. You know, I'm still watching out for you and you're leaving me, and I'm watching out for you still. So I did our laundry like I always do on Sundays. And in the middle of folding our bedspread, I noticed your jockstrap drowning in the wash cycle. I'm just losing my mind, Frank. I'm just like, I'm seeing...
When you go back to doing the piece after you're doing your own words, don't change your speech pattern. I'll get you a tissue. Don't change your speech pattern to suit the monologue. I don't want to be able to tell when you're doing the monologue and when you're ad-libbing. It should all sound the same.
Okay.
Do you understand? There you go.
Thank you.
Keep going. Monologue, your own words. I should not know the difference.
I saw your... It's like I saw you in the washing machine, like, as if you were just, like, disintegrating into this mess. As if we weren't that connected twosome, like we weren't, as if you were just like, I was like losing you in the wash, and it symbolized that your jockstrap, you being in it, you were just like, as if I couldn't hear you or understand you, like we were losing our, you were disconnecting from me, and I imagined you were still in it, the jockstrap, I mean. You were like twisting and turning and going in all directions, and I see you as being confused. I see this unhappy, insecure man just searching and searching to find himself, and he's searching in other people to find himself, when really all he has to do is look inside himself and be alone with himself and be happy by himself. But all I see is him being twisting and turning, being mangled and manipulated into all sorts of painful positions. It looked as if it were crying out for help. I could see that you're crying out for help. Poor little thing. Then the funniest thing, I started just losing my mind. Started hearing things and seeing things, and all of a sudden I was like having a disassociative experience, as if I wasn't really experiencing what was happening, and this was all just like a cartoon, and I was seeing it happening in the wash. And I got hysterical. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing. People started staring at me. A woman came up to me and told me I should be careful not to inhale too much of the fabric softener. You know, I don't even care what other people think. It's like I was just totally in another world. Normally I'm so, like, I'm very aware of my behavior in public, and I'm very polite, and I was just so out of it. I mean, people could not stop staring at me. But I didn't care, Frank, I didn't care. My emotions were taking the best of me. I was really losing my mind. Then I heard your voice. So I ran to the machine, and I lifted the lid, and I could hear you when they're choking on the Clorox 2 and the lemon fab. It was as if you're trying to tell me something. All this stuff you're trying to tell me, I can't hear it, I can't understand it, Frank. I can't understand why you're leaving. No matter how, it's just all vague, it's all distraught words. I can't hear